Hello, welcome to the part 5 video of World Geography. In this video, we're going to see the continuation of the previous geographical landforms that we've seen. So we're going to start with rivers. Rivers, we know, are one of the primary supplier of water throughout human civilization. So of course, rivers are going to be very essential. We're going to see some of the major rivers in this topic here. Nile, Amazon, Yangtze with their origins. So we know the river Nile originates. It's the longest in Africa and it originates from Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria rises in the equator, which is another small fact that we've already seen. There are some riverside cities along with their major rivers. London is a major riverside city on River Thames. Paris is on River Seine. So Nile originates from Lake Victoria. The Amazon originates from the Andes. We saw that Andes is in South America. Yangtze River originates from the Tibetan Kiang Plateau. Missouri River originates from the Itasca Lake, USA, which is important. And then you can just know that the Niger River originates from Guinea. River Blue Nile in Africa originates from Lake Tana. This has been cast in an exam, so it's important to know that. Cyclones. Cyclones of the world are named under different names. Typhoons, hurricanes, tornadoes. Typhoons in China, hurricanes, tornadoes. Willy Valleys are tropical cyclones of Australia, which has been asked in an SSC exam. Canals. Important canals are the Panama Canal, Suez Canal, Erie Canal, Kyle Canal, connecting different water bodies. So canal is basically something that connects two different water bodies. For example, here you can see that the Black Sea and the Sea of Avos is connected by the Kerch Canal, which is a small bit of water body. Similarly, India and Sri Lanka are joined by the Park Strait. Kerch Strait connects Sea of Avos and Black Sea. The English Channel in the North Atlantic Ocean waterway is the busiest in the world. Panama Canal is between the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea, which is also another important canal, but it's to remember that the English Canal is the most busiest in the world. Peaks. Mount Everest is Asia's highest peak, with Dead Sea Asia's lowest peak. Mount Everest is Asia's highest peak. We know that this is in the Himalayas, and Dead Sea is the Asia's lowest peak with elevation. So Dead Sea is of course an oceanic peak rather than a mountain peak. Major mountain peaks include Mount Everest, highest in the world, Nepal and Tibet, K2, Godwin, Austen, India, POK. Mount Kilimanjaro, Tanzania is the highest in Africa. Mount Kilimanjaro is in Tanzania, which is the highest in Africa. Mount McKinley is in North America, which is the highest in North America. Mount Aconcagua is in South America, which is the highest in South America. Vinson Massif is in Antarctica, and Mount Elbrus is the highest in Europe. Mount Mackenzie is the highest in Australia. So in news, we'll say that there are people who have climbed the highest peaks. So this is again the highest peak in all continents. Africa, we saw that Kilimanjaro. Mount Elbrus in Russia is the highest in Australia. In Australia, Conzua is in Australia. South America, Aconcagua in Argentina. In North America, Mount Denali in the United States of America is the highest. In Asia, Everest in Nepal. In Antarctica, Vinson Massif in Antarctica. The continent with no single volcano is Australia. Indonesian mountain Ruang erupts again and again, which is something that comes in the context of volcanoes. And the Appalachian is a mountain range in North America. Another important mountain range that we've seen in the North America is Rockies in the USA, of course. Okay, now oceans. So there are some deepest points in ocean. In Asia, we saw that the deep sea trench is the longest, and then there is a Mariana Trench in Pacific, which is the largest, deepest trench in the world, and then Puerto Rico Trench in the Antarctica, Java Trench in India, and Eurasian Basin, Arctic. Smallest ocean is the Arctic Ocean, and the largest ocean is the Pacific Ocean. Lakes, we saw that Lake Victoria is in Africa. It is also the origination of originating point of river Nile, which is a very important fact. River Nile is the longest river in the world, hence it is an important fact. What are the important lakes of the world? Caspian Sea is in Asia. Caspian Sea, despite its name having a sea, is actually a lake. It's found in Asia. Superior Lake is in Canada and USA. Victoria Lake is in Africa. Huron Lake is in Canada, USA. Great Bear is in Canada. Aral is in Kazakhstan, and Great Slave is in Canada again. Wind. So here we'll be seeing some types of wind. Wind is the horizontal movement of air flowing from low pressure to high pressure. Planetary winds are blow throughout the year. Trade winds, among them there are types such as the trade winds, which blow from subtropical high pressure belt to equatorial low pressure belt. This is important. Subtropical high to equatorial low between 30 degrees north and 30 degrees south latitudes. So if you have the equator, this is 30 degree north and 30 degrees south. So this is the subtropical high pressure belt to the equatorial low pressure belt. So from here it runs. This is called as the trade winds. Westerlies. Westerlies is another type of planetary winds which blow throughout the year. Westerlies also go from the subtropical high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt between latitudes 30 degree on either side of the equator. So it means that if this is 60 degrees, it goes from the subtropical high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt. So it goes from 30 degrees to 60 degrees. So that is the westerlies on either side. Unlike trade winds which go above and below the equator, this goes on either side of the equator. It goes from the 30 degree region to the 60 degree region. So the subtropical high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt on either side. Okay, these are also called as the roaring 40s, the furious 50s, and the shaking or screaming 60s. Polar winds. Polar winds are polar high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt between 60 degree latitude and the pole on either side. So it goes from the polar high pressure belt, which is this, right? Polar high pressure belt and the subpolar low pressure belt. So this region to this region, basically between the pole and the 60 degrees on either side of the equator. Next we have periodic winds. Unlike this, which are planetary winds which blow throughout the year, we have the periodic winds next. So the periodic winds change direction periodically, which makes it the monsoon, land and sea breeze. Local winds develop due to local differences. Fawn, Chinook, Lu. Remember these as local winds. So some types of local winds are Chinook. Chinook is called as a snow eater. It is found in the Rockies. We saw that Rockies is something that is found in the North America. So it is a hot, dry wind which takes up, removes the snow. Hence it is called as a snow eater. And then Sirocco is another important wind, which is a hot, moist wind from Sahara to the Mediterranean Sea. It is also called as blood rain. And then we have Harmattan, which is definitely the most important and one word asked question, because the Harmattan blows from the Western Africa, interior of the Western Africa. It is called as Genie Doctor. Bora is from Hungary to north of Italy. Mistral is blows over the Alps over France. From Alps over France, we saw that Alps is in Swiss, so it's a very cold wind. And then so Harmattan blows in the Sahara from the east to west during December to January. It is called as Genie's Doctor, as it New Genie's Doctor, as it reduces humidity. So similarly, other winds also have a name. Quick revision: Chinook is called as snow eater. Sirocco is called as blood rain. That's all. Good. So cyclones. Cyclones are rapid inward circulation of air masses with a low pressure at center. So they have a low pressure at center. They are anti-clockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. We are in the northern hemisphere. So you would have noticed that cyclones in our regions would have been in the anti-clockwise direction. So what are anticyclones? Anticyclones are rapid outward movement of air masses. Outward movement with a high pressure. Unlike cyclones which have a low pressure, anticyclones have a high pressure. Hurricane or a tropical cyclone or tropical storm with high pressure winds. Okay. We are going to come to the end of the chapter. We have waterfalls. Waterfalls, Angel Falls is in Venezuela, Tugela Falls is in South Africa, Yosemite Falls is in United States, Catarata Yumbili is in Peru. Angel Falls in Venezuela is the highest waterfall of the world. And then we have deserts, the Sahara Desert, Australian Desert, Sahara Desert in Africa, Australian Desert, Arabian Desert, Atacama Desert. When it comes to island, the Greenland is the largest island in the world. It is in part of Denmark. Then the second largest is New Guinea, which is part of Melanesia. And then we have the Madagascar island, which is its own country. Sumatra island, which belongs to Indonesia. And then we have minerals. We see that gold is highest in China, bauxite is in Australia, copper is in Chile, platinum is in South Africa, and agriculture leading producers of coffee is Brazil, rubber is Thailand, tea is China, rice is China, etc. And then grasslands, steppe in Eurasia. When we see history, we see that the oldest Aryans came from steppe in Eurasia to India. This is one fact that you can remember along with this. And then prairies is in United States of America, pampas is in Argentina, veld in South Africa, etc. Downs in Australia, veld in South Africa, Canterbury is in New Zealand. Cities, there are some important cities known for the specific function. For example, Anshan in China is known for its iron and steel. Detroit in USA is known for its automobile, and Hollywood in USA is known for films. And then lastly, we're just quickly seeing what disasters are. So the debris avalanche is a category of rapid fast movement. Earthquakes is measured in the Richter scale. We would have definitely learned this in school. There is also other scale which is called as Mercalli's scale. So we have to remember that the magnitude of the earthquake is measured in the Richter scale, whereas the intensity is recorded in the Mercalli scale. Focus is a point of origin beneath the surface. Epicenter is a point above the focus on the surface. So if this is the surface in which the earthquake comes, there will be some point of origin beneath the surface, right? So that point of origin is called as focus. The point above the focus in which the earthquake could have hit, that is called as the epicenter. So epicenter is above and the focus is below. Volcanism, sudden eruption of hot magma from inside the earth to its surface. Types of volcanoes: active, dormant and extinct. Ring of fire, area around the Pacific Ocean with numerous active volcanoes. So around the Pacific Ocean there is something called as the ring of fire, because there are numerous volcanoes which erupt. Tsunami is a large ocean wave that is caused by sudden motion on the ocean floor. Oceanic erosion, loss of material of ocean due to various reasons. So with this we come to an end of World Geography. Thank you for watching till the end. See you in our next subject.